music has been getting worse for centuries. It just keeps getting worse. The music the Beatles is making is worse than the music Beethoven was making.
Who are the Beatles? Who are the Rolling Stones of today?
I can't think of someone today who's as important culturally as they are musically. Somebody that's shaping pop culture.
If people are going to be talking about Bad Bunny in 42 years.
So, Michael Jackson Super Bowl halftime show. People are cheering for 10 minutes before he says a word. Is that happening at the Bad Bunny halftime show?
Has music gotten worse or just different?
What's the point of fast food? It's made fast and it's quick to eat. So the longer you take working on music, the better it's going to be. Taylor Swift's last few albums, she pumped out so quickly and the quality had degraded. So it's like, if it just becomes about speed and how fast we can get stuff out, the quality is going to drop.
What is the mignon of music right now? Is there, and the rest of it will just classify as fast food, all needing catch up. What do you think about music today? Do you think it's worse? Well, we're going to go back to 1984 and we're going to look at all the songs that won in the Grammys and we're going to compare it to the music that you hear today. Is music getting worse? That's what we're going to talk about. Does music just need ketchup? Do we just need to throw ketchup on it because it's just so bad? Are we missing the great hits that we like from the future? Does the fact that we listen to on streaming different because we used to listen to it on vinyl and tape? Does the experience matter? So we're going to talk about that today. I hope you like it. Leave some comments below on how you like the show so far. So, Rolling Stones, greatest rock band of all time.
What did they say?
I don't know. They just say that they're the greatest rock band. They're one of the most popular. One of the most popular.
Never.
No, not the band. Oh, the band, not the band. The band itself. It's incredibly popular. They're still performing.
In my life.
They're still performing. They're still selling out shows. How can they not be good? How can you say that they're not good?
Because my ears, when I listen to them, they bleed. No.
I mean, when you listen to You Can't Always Get What You Want, it starts off so beautiful. I know it's like a 5-minute intro, but it's still great. It's still great.
Very important song. You Can't Get No Satisfaction. Very important for guitar distortion. He was trying to get a horn sound, but it ended up making the guitar sound distorted. So very important guitar riff in rock history. I understand the impact that they had. I just don't like the music itself. I felt they were very simple, which a lot of it was because it was inspired by the blues. But I prefer something like the Beatles. They were much more... I felt they were a lot more experimental with recording technology and stuff, which is kind of the way music is going now. People are really experimenting with recording technology.
Yeah, and it comes down to, there's good and bad, so that becomes subjective when it comes to creativity. So there's good and bad, and then there's always been a love-hate relationship with the Rolling Stones in the music community. Obviously, if you look at their numbers and what they've accomplished, they came out around the same, all these people were coming out around the same time. Yet most people naturally like Aerosmith for some reason. And they came out and but it comes down to what we're going to talk about today is the term worst, like bad, good. Has music gotten worse or just different? So we look at we talked about the Beatles, talked about Rolling Stones, but now who are the Beatles? Who are the Rolling Stones of today?
Interesting question. Who are today? I just can't think of any musician in particular that's having the impact on music. See, the thing that was so special about, and again, I'm not a fan of the Rolling Stones, but I understand the importance. The thing about what they did with the Beatles and all the other rock bands that were coming around at that time, they were important culturally and musically. I can't think of someone today who's as important culturally as they are musically. Somebody that's shaping pop culture and music and pushing it forward. Obviously, everybody's going to be thinking, oh, Taylor Swift. First of all, when you go back to when the Beatles were around, it's not even close with how big the Beatles were compared to how big Taylor Swift. I mean, they were the one of the most popular acts in the entire world. And yeah, Taylor Swift just toured all around the world, but people listened to the Beatles, everybody. It wasn't just a certain group of people that were tuning in to listen to everything they did. People wanted to hear what the Beatles were doing because it was experimental. So they were important culturally, but they were doing things musically that nobody had ever heard before. So whether or not you like them, you were going to tune in to listen to the music. Taylor Swift's music is not doing anything revolutionary. Her last three albums have sounded exactly the same. I think her last one was a little better, but
Wow.
it's like I really think that as with every artist, you have a lifespan, you have an expiration date. At a certain point, a new music wave is gonna come around, and you're kind of gonna get left behind. Now she's done.
I mean, I mean, we're trying to keep some of our viewers here.
Listen, I've
You
listened to
just
every.
lost half your people. You just
Listen,
lost like tons of people.
my top listened to artist like last year and the year before was Taylor Swift. I love, especially her earlier stuff. Her songwriting was very good. Excellent songwriting. I just don't like the direction that she's gone in, and I feel that she's definitely trying to stay relevant. Interestingly, though, 1989, the album that she released, was very important for pop music. So I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of pop music is going back to the sounds of the 80s. Taylor Swift pushed that with her album 1989. So I find it interesting that she releases that album, and now when that style of music becomes popular, she's not decreasing in popularity. I just personally don't like her newer music as compared to her older music. But when I listen to the Beatles, I like, I don't like their earlier stuff as much as their newest stuff, but I feel they're much more consistent. I could listen to all through their whole catalog, and I really like to hear their progression, and they always got better. I don't feel they ever got worse. I feel with every single album, they improved. Obviously there were peaks that they didn't reach
Well, well,
again, but
speaking of the 80s, we're gonna go back because that's kind of what we're gonna be talking about today. So we're actually gonna go back to 1984. So let's just think about this for a little bit. Um, so we have this thing, so how we listen. So does that affect how music sounds? So in 1984, you had records and tapes. 2026, you have phones and streaming. I'm taking phones because everything is streaming through your phone, streaming through your Beat, streaming through your AirPods. Where before you had records, you had tapes. I mean, when you were driving, you had to listen to the whole album unless you rewinded it, but you had to listen to the whole. So, how, I mean, I lived through that era. You did not. So, how do you think it's different compared to how we listen compared to 1984 versus today?
well, this is interesting that you bring this up. So there's a YouTuber I watch, and he was actually talking about how the way we listen to music influences how popular and how important it is. Back in the day, you had to go to the store. You had to buy the record.
Yes,
So
me.
you re-
I had to. Yes,
yeah,
I had to.
you
Yes,
had to. You
yeah.
really had to like the artist. There's no work to listen to music anymore. Like you can go on YouTube and you can listen to it for free. And if you don't like it, you can turn it off. But maybe you go and you buy the record and maybe you don't like it as much, but you're going to listen to it anyways because you paid money for it. Like I paid money for this, I'm going to get the most out of it. So it's like the experience of actually having to acquire music has completely changed the way we listen to it and has definitely changed the way that we resonate with it emotionally
Well, I mean, I pay for my music. I pay $25 a month for unlimited music.
versus paying, I don't know how much was paying for like an album back then.
Like $10 to $20. You get an anthology album, it was like, 60,
And
80
that's
bucks.
for one versus $25 a month for everything, for all the music. So it's like that also creates the thing where the barrier of entry is really low. So it's like back in the day, the only music that was coming out was the music that was put through all these people that had to listen to it. Now anybody can put out music, and it's like a lot of it isn't very good.
Yeah, and a lot of what you listen to is actually the quality is I mean, you're hearing a lot of people actually going back to the vinyls now, which is
Hmm.
interesting. Nobody's going back to tapes, nobody's going back to eight tracks, but they're going back to vinyls,
You
which
know
is
what's
uh,
special about listening to vinyls? There's something very unique about listening to vinyls. When you are listening to a vinyl, you are listening to real analog music. It's not digital. It's like an analog guitar versus plugging a guitar into a computer and playing it. They both sound good. Not many people are going to notice the difference, but a vinyl is pure analog music, and that is very special when you're listening to it. It's literally copied analog data put onto the disc. It's very interesting the way the vinyl works, and it is a really beautiful pure sound.
well, thinking about sound. So, you're putting in a tape and you hear Michael Jackson versus you put on streaming and you listen to Taylor Swift. Now, Michael Jackson at the time was massive. Um, Today, I mean, Taylor Swift is massive. I mean, she is a
Undoubtedly.
household name. Um, but so what mattered? So back then we were just talking about perfect sounds. So just the sounds were just it was just so good listening to in the car, listening to a tape, listening to it from your boombox, whatever. Um, so nowadays, I don't know, big feelings and messages. Like, is that what matters today with music? Back then it was the sound. What matters today with music? What would you say?
Creating a catchy hook. And that's always
Mm.
mattered. But now that's everything. A song is built around its hook. And songs are very short, and that's not really new. You can go back years, to 1984. There's going to be a lot of songs that were, 2 to 3 minutes. So songs getting shorter isn't really that's something I hear people talk about. I don't really agree with that because yesterday, that's one of my favorite songs. It's only 2 minutes, so you can make a good short song, but it's all about kind of getting to that hook and getting to what people are going to remember. And music's always been about that, but it's become so algorithmic now. It's like, what kind of hooks do people like, and that's why so many choruses sound exactly the same. There's much less creativity in the sense that you're not trying to think of a really, not as many people are like, I want to think of a really good melody. People are going to remember what kind of melodies do people like, and then it's basically its own, the algorithm. It's so much of it is generated by computers and less of it is generated by, I wrote this melody that I connected with, and I want everyone else to sing it along with me.
Yeah, and I can definitely say so. How we listened, if so on the streaming side, back then it back then everything depended on what you heard on the radio. So it was very controlled on what was decided to be popular. But there are people that I listen to now that I probably would never have listened to back then because of the availability of finding their music. There's
That's
people that
true.
are very narrow bandwidth of people. There's always been um, underground music. There's always been underground music, especially in the hip hop community. There was always in the grunge
But you
alternatives. There's
had to
always
go
been under.
underground to find it.
Yeah, now you don't have to. Now you can just once
Mhm.
again, you just pay your $25 a month or whatever they're charging these days, and you can get it. So that doesn't change the quality. Like it doesn't really help us with the is it getting better or worse, but um but there is a difference. There is a difference. That's what we're trying. At least I'm trying to establish here is I'm trying to establish here. It's different, bad or worse. Well, we're gonna see as we start talking about. So we're gonna go into like the Grammys. So back in
Which,
1994,
just to be
84.
clear, we don't think that the Grammys is the be all end all of whether or not music is good, but it is a very reflective of the time. It captures a moment of time in music. This is what was really popular at that time.
That's all you have. I mean, that's all you have. I mean, you only have, if you want to go back and see what was popular in 1984, you have to go back to see who won the Grammys.
Well,
You
you
know, they
can
didn't
look
really
at the
have any.
radio hits. You can see what were the hits in this year,
Right,
and
right, 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 right. The Billboard 100, you
mhm.
know, top 100, and you can look at. I mean, back then you had, you still had music videos and stuff back then as well. But um, yeah, that's true. But Michael Jackson is one this year. He was the big winner for this year. This year is Bad Bunny. Now, culturally, you're talking about culture. Culturally, Bad Bunny is massive. You know, when you look at the sample size of the entire globe and who listens to music, I would argue that, I don't know, it's hard to say because Michael Jackson was so transformative globally. He was such a household name everywhere. But I think that yeah, I think it's very, very close in terms of listenership, in terms of between Michael Jackson and Bad Bunny.
Okay, this is interesting. So, Michael Jackson Super Bowl halftime show. People are cheering for
Yeah,
10 minutes before he says a word.
yeah,
Is that
true.
happening at the Bad Bunny halftime show?
No, no,
I
no.
mean, Michael
I
Jackson,
get it. Yeah, yeah,
the Prince of Pop.
yeah.
He
He's the Prince
dominated
of Pop.
he
Yeah,
dominated the radio, he dominated music videos. So this is where I was saying culturally is one thing and musically is one thing, but there's certain artists that do both at the same time. Bad Bunny isn't doing anything musically that's gonna be influencing music itself. If that's what
right.
we're really
It
talking about.
right. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's
It's
popular
not to
now
say
because of the messaging is why it's resonating because of what he's talking about, and it seems to it resonates with what's going
and
on
because of the
with
style of
current
music
events.
and the style of music that he's making is very popular right now.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's not that it's bad. It's just he's not doing anything to change music. Michael Jackson changed pop music when he released Thriller. Like that
Right,
was nobody's going to Bad Bunny's album and saying, "Oh, this is how we should make a pop album." Thriller is still being
right.
studied today.
Yeah, and it's 42-year difference. So you're looking at, are people going to be talking about Bad Bunny in 42 years? That's kind of like what we talked about, like with the ketchup theory. You know, everything has an expiration date. What's the expiration date for Bad Bunny? Michael Jackson still hasn't expired. You have a movie coming out. Like there's just, yeah, yeah. I get that on the album, like the album side. You
On the music
def-
itself, the music
music is
itself is, I mean,
yeah,
it's like the benchmark for pop music.
yeah, 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 yeah. So it's interesting with the best new artist. So Culture Club won in 1984.
Coco
Um,
Chameleon.
but they're not. I mean, they're not
Not like a
big.
great song. Karma
Yeah,
Chameleon, I mean. But I know it though. I know the song. So
right,
culturally, they check that box.
right. And then Olivia Dean, she won. It's too hard. It's too hard to say. I do like her style, and I do like the musicality of it. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
it's
good.
hard,
It's
it's hard
the
with the
right
new
words.
artist.
It's a good song. I mean, it's not like it
Yeah,
doesn't blow my
yeah,
mind. I'd probably rather
yeah,
listen to that over Karma Chameleon, but
yeah,
neither song to me is like incredible.
yeah. Um,
Now then, the next one.
yeah. This is actually very interesting. Um, so every breath you take,
Dun, 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 dun,
yeah,
dun.
which has been sampled. Matter of fact, yeah, it's been sampled. And then Billie Eilish was Wildflower. Now, again, it's interesting because she's massive right now.
Massive.
She's massive right now. Uh, I think that, especially with Phineas, I think that she has a long career ahead of her. I love their music. I love what they put into their production.
I would like to
That
say her first album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, is one of my favorite albums. What they're doing with music is to me much more interesting than what a lot of other people are doing musically.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
Phineas is a genius, and
yeah,
and her voice
yeah,
is so listen to so many TikTok singers or YouTube short singers. They're all mimicking her singing style. She's having an
Mm,
impact on people in the way they're making music. A lot of popular music. For that specific, especially for her audience. So she's being very influential as well musically.
yeah, and I like to see where I don't know this for sure, but I'd like to see where. So Billie Eilish, she's a little bit into her career. What, three albums, three, four
Three
albums,
albums
three
in.
albums, right? 3 albums in. I don't necessarily know how many albums in Sting was, but you can keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
Talk about the two.
She won for her first album. She won the Grammy Album of the Year. So that was massive. She was the youngest artist ever to do that. So there's a boundary right there. But then you think about the song Wildflower. It's a good, it's good. It's not like one of my favorite songs by her. It doesn't make me um when I listen
Right.
to it, I'm not as like she has a song called The
He was
30th.
5 albums in
She
with
Billie
the
Eilish
police. Yeah, he was 5 albums in when he won.
Billie Eilish has a song called The 30th, and it's about a car accident, and that song is absolutely unbelievable. Much better than Wildflower. That song came out a couple years ago. It was like a side project. Her and her brother did two acoustic songs together, and that song was really incredible. So I actually don't like her music as much now. Talking about the music, I don't like her music as much now as I did back then. But
Well,
Sting.
the one thing I always think about with Sting is like his music always ends up like when I'm shopping somewhere. It's always on like the list for, especially that one. Every break you take, I always hear it. Um, like are we gonna in 40 years that we're gonna be hearing
Bad Guy on
Wildflower
the Radio.
on, yeah, we're gonna hear it on the radio. I don't know,
I don't
but
know.
it's
I don't know. It's hard to say.
yeah, yeah. Record. Okay, well, this is so record of the year. Michael Jackson beat it
Okay.
versus okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. K-
we're gonna be doing all
Kendrick
this right now.
Lamar for his song Luther.
Um, Beat It is one of the most important guitar solos that was ever recorded because it brought the guitar solo back to mass audiences. The guitar solo was fading because the 80s rock became such a parody of itself, and then he recorded Beat It, and now once again people were like the guitar solo itself, which has completely faded from music, which is one of the travesties of music. Like people are like rock is dead. That's okay. I don't mind if music evolves. Just please bring the guitar solo back. Oh my goodness, I want to listen to the radio and I want to hear a popular song that has a guitar solo in it. Beat It did
Yeah,
that in 1984.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I mean, the '84 was
Luther's fine. I like
yeah,
those artists. I like those artists.
yeah.
They have work that is really amazing. Just that's the thing. I never feel like the Grammys reflects the best work. It just reflects the hits. Again, going back to what we are saying, it's all about the hit song. In fact, Beat It. Well, I don't know. The hit songs back then were better than the hit songs are now. That's for sure. I
Yeah,
mean, comparing
collectively.
that's like what Rick Beato did. He compared what song, even though the popular music isn't always the best of the year. Like for instance, when Adele's album came out, 30, the song that was nominated, "Easy on Me," she had songs on that album that I like more. Of course, the hit is always going to be the one that's nominated, but these hit songs are better than the hit songs that were nominated this year. I get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think so.
So basically, what I'm saying is, the hits aren't always the best songs on the album, but these hit songs that were nominated in 1984 are better than the hit songs that were nominated today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So again, 1984, the next one, round five, final verdict. So you have Turner, Superhuman, and Lola Young for Messy.
Honestly, I don't know either of those songs.
Yeah,
I'm
but we know Tina
I
Turner
am an
though.
expert. Yes, I know Tina
Yeah, yeah,
Turner.
yeah, our expert analysis here.
Self-proclaimed. Tina Turner, though,
Self-proclaimed.
that voice. I mean, she is one of
Dun
the greatest
dun
voices.
dun dun dun
Hmm.
dun 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 dun
Iconic. I'd never
dun.
even heard of this other person.
Yeah,
No offense
yeah.
if you're listening.
But I mean, I mean, that's the thing. It's like we're deep into creative work, and I
Yeah,
know I know superhumans, but I mean, we're deep into creative work, and
I
so
feel like I probably should know if it was good enough.
no, 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 no,
No,
no, no, no, no. Tina Turner. If you listen to
no,
her,
not
I mean,
that song.
oh
Because I
yeah,
know who
yeah, yeah,
Tina
yeah.
Turner is. I don't know. I never heard of that other person before.
Yeah, it's gonna
No, I know
be
Tina Turner. I mean,
yeah.
very important R&B, very important R&B artist in soul and all that stuff. Very important.
All right, so
I'd like to.
catch up.
I have something I would like to interject into this.
It's good. It's just a
I'm
conversation. We
I'm
gotta
gonna
like
go
you
back.
can't like you gotta
I'm gonna
just
go
go
back.
in. Just gotta
I'm gonna
go
go
in.
back. I'm gonna go back 10 years to 1974. What? This is a quiz
We
question.
don't have a time machine. Hold on, let me put on my Back to the Future.
What?
Oh, we should do a time machine section.
Time warp.
Yeah,
What
time
is
warp.
what is generally considered to be the greatest album of all time? Generally, it's not saying it is, but generally, what is considered to be the best album of all time? Don't look it up.
I'm looking it
You
up.
should know.
I would like to say, Sticky Fingers,
Never heard of it.
Exile on Main Street,
This is no,
Let It Bleed.
no. Oh, that's the Rolling Stones. Definitely not.
They're all Rolling Stones. Rolling Stone.
All right.
Rolling Stone.
Usually
Stone.
people say the greatest album of all time is Dark Side of the Moon.
I was gonna say the White Album.
No, it's not.
Oh, not the White Album. Number 4, Led Zeppelin 4.
That's one of them, but that's not. The Dark Side of the Moon is generally like
Never heard of it.
never heard of it. It's like the
Never
scene
heard
in
of it.
the Princess
Charlotte.
Bride. You've heard of Aristotle? All idiots.
All
Um,
idiots.
No, Dark Side of the Moon. I'm not saying it is, but generally, like that's like that album redefined like what you could do with prog music. It was popular, so they had a hit. I think no, another brick in the wall. That's from The Wall, which I don't like that much. But anyways, Dark Side of the Moon is generally considered to be one of the best albums of all time. Was not nominated for Album of the year that it came out,
Wow.
and none of
Well,
the songs from
how
it were
did you hear?
nominated.
How did you hear that? That album.
How did I hear that album?
Yeah, how did you hear that album? Like, why that album?
First of all, the art is iconic. The rainbow going into the prism, iconic
Hmm.
artwork. You could see that artwork and you don't know what it is, but you've seen it.
It's
So
like in every Target store
yeah,
and like
yeah.
every T-shirt rack. Yeah.
I'm just getting into music. It's a very important album. I listened to it the first time. I'm like, yeah, it's good, but I'm not into Pink Floyd as much. And then I do, and then I listen to it again and again, and I learn about it. And it is one of the greatest albums of all time. I can't argue with that. Very incredible. It captures so many concepts, but nothing in the album is relevant, particularly to the time period that it was created in. So it's very evergreen. You could listen to it today, and it's just as relevant. Sound wise, it's revolutionary how they recorded it with the recording engineer. I can't think of a name. Rick Beato interviewed him. Alan Parsons. Alan
Oh.
Parsons, the recording engineer for Dark Side of the Moon. See, I know a little bit of what I'm talking about, just a little bit. But I was doing research on what was nominated in 1974 for the best album. So Killing Me Softly by Rebecca Flack. I've heard of that. Carole King Fantasy, Stevie Wonder Inversions, Bob Dylan Planet Waves, The Way We Were, which is a soundtrack. The songs that were nominated were
Know that.
Killing Me Softly with his song, You Are the Sunshine of My Life, You're So Vain, Behind Closed Doors, Bad
Know
Dad
that.
Bad Dad Leroy Brown. I mean, these are iconic songs. You're So Vain. That song is iconic. Came out
Yeah.
in 1974. People are still listening to that song today.
It shows up in movies all the time.
Yeah. Huge song. You Are the Sunshine of My Life. Huge,
Thank you.
massive song. The song.
The song is just sunshine. How
Great,
dare you?
great song. The Sunshine of My Life. Yeah. So
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, if you we can go by year, and you're gonna find stuff. We always say, like in the '80s, they always have that famous. I see that graphic of like all the tape that came out, like the year with the Guns N' Roses, "Sweet Shallow Mine," and then you just
mm-hmm.
all the things. Yeah, and I definitely don't feel that it's as iconic. Like I had no desire to watch the Grammys this year.
Yeah, you know what else is
I
weird?
had zero
Bruno,
desire.
Bruno Mars performed his new song on the Grammys, right? You know why that's weird? Because that song just came out, which means
Yeah.
nothing else that came out this year was good enough to get a spot. But the song Bruno Mars released 2 days ago, which is good. It's not like an amazing. Rick Beato said it.
Oh, I like.
Rick Beato said he said, "Don't take this the wrong way, but it sounds like you took his last 3 hits and fed them into Suno, and that's the song that came out of it."
Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And
I
don't
love
get me
that
wrong.
part.
Hey, this isn't the karaoke segment. Don't get me wrong. It's a good song. Die with a Smile though. That song is incredible. I'm not even.
Yeah.
That is an amazing song.
Which was at the Super Bowl.
I know. I can't believe
She
it
sang
wasn't.
at the Super
I can't
Bowl.
believe it wasn't nominated for Record of the Year. That song was huge, right? Was it nominated? I didn't see
I don't
it.
know. Didn't show up in my notes, so.
But that song was incredible. I absolutely love that song. And you know what's beautiful about that song, and the other Bruno Mars song? These songs
let me put down some emotional music. Hold on, some inspirational music here.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun,
These songs
dun,
are played
dun, dun.
by real musicians, okay? They're not being played on the computer. And that is part of the reason why people feel like music is getting worse. Too much reliance on the computer. Back in the day, all of those hit songs, they were recorded by people actually playing them. They weren't programmed into a computer. So the actual music itself is getting worse.
In the 80s, though, it was. In the 80s, you had the synth. If you listen to any 80s,
Yeah.
I personally love the 80s.
I'm not a fan of the 80s.
I love the 80s.
It's one of my...
And when you listen to the 80s, like you just go on the Sirius FM and you put on 80s, and there's tons of stuff. And the thing about the 80s, it was just a feel-good vibe to it.
Yeah.
You talked about that song that Billie Eilish did about the car crash. You didn't have stuff like that back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, it was positive. It was not. It was a song. I don't know. I mean, I love storytelling. Believe it, I love storytelling.
I believe it.
But I mean, I don't know if I want to, drive in a car and listen to about a car. Somebody that died in a car crash.
I was listening to that song one time in the car, and my friend was like, "Not a great song to listen to when you're in a car, especially when I'm driving, because I'm a bit notorious."
Yeah.
Well, we won't say anything more about that, but
yeah.
I mean, it's
just.
No, I'm kidding.
But I don't know. Some of it, like I said, I love the storytelling. Phineas is an amazing storyteller. Sometimes I just it's I don't know. There's a tone. It's the tone. Like I said, if you go back to now, a Thriller is scary, but really the idea behind it. Well, yeah, it was kind of a crazy song back then.
But the album, the overall though.
Oh yeah, very very upbeat.
But it had emotional stuff on there.
I mean, Every Breath You Take is not necessarily like super, like devastating, but I mean, I don't know. The tone, I think, is either too.
90s music started to get much darker with like grunge,
yeah,
and, like hip hop. That music.
That was the rebellion era, for sure.
But a lot of the
like
stuff,
in the 70s.
Yeah, like because rock music when it came out was dark compared to other music, and then blues.
Correct.
I mean, blues has always been about sadness. I mean, that's what the blues is.
Still, kind of like you listen to it and you're kind of like, oh yeah, I feel it. Like you're not, you don't feel.
Why? You know what the difference is? Is because somebody used to be able to convey that emotion with a guitar. and now they're
Goes
just
back to the guitar.
oh yeah, I'm feeling the guitar solo and I'm relating to the feeling of it. But it's not like you can
Boom,
tell me
boom, 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 boom.
a story with an instrument. Bo no no no. We just lost so many. They're like, what is this?
So many. What is it doing?
Garbage.
I need the AI.
I will have the AI.
Suno. His voice is out of Suno.
We'll have the AI improve that for us. But
Auto tune.
oh, don't get me started.
Oh,
on
we're doing a whole
auto-tune.
episode on auto tune.
Here's the thing. There's always been technology that has threatened creativity. But the thing is, like in the 80s, even though
Look at the camera
I'm
when you're talking to me.
I'm looking into the soul of the audience. The thing about the
It's scared. The AI, it's the AI robot that's looking at me.
AIs, like they've been calling me.
Yeah.
The yes, in the 80s, even though it was created on a computer, it was a drum machine. They had to program that. So somebody was still making it. You're not just dragging in a sample, or you're not just making it on your computer. You were still making, it was still analog music that was being created.
They were plugging,
now people are using samples on their computer of an 808. So the computer is copying the technology. It's like technology is
copy
copying
of a copy of a copy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're going away from the organicness, and real sounds were blended with technology sounds. Now all the sounds, so many of the sounds are digital. That's why I like, people like Billie Eilish, Olivia Dean. You listen to that, you can tell it's a real band playing that, But then a lot of people that are trying to learn how to make music, like me, I don't have access to a full orchestra, so I have to use it on my computer, right? But then you go back thousands of years ago, back to when Beethoven was making music.
Wow.
I know.
More time travel.
I always go back to Beethoven. I don't even know if it was thousands of years ago. It might have been hundreds. But all that music was played by an orchestra. That's the only way that they had to make the music, was with
expert
philosopher.
expert analysis here. Hundreds is usually pretty safe to say that.
Hundreds.
So,
okay.
So I actually don't agree with this conclusion. So it says music isn't getting worse, it's just getting smarter in different ways. I actually don't agree with that. Artists now use computer tricks to make songs sound great on phones. Once again, there's the listening experience. I don't necessarily agree with that. Songs are used to teach history and talk about world problems. I definitely don't agree with that. That's not what music was. I don't know. Do you think that that's what any artist sits down and says, I want to write a music to teach history and teach about world problems?
World problems, 100%. Yeah. Art is a reflection of art. I was just listening to a movie review today. He was like, the whole point of art is this is our worldview. This is how I view the world, and I'm sharing it with everyone else. I don't know about the history, unless it's a storytelling, but
No, you don't even know when Beethoven was alive.
I know. He could have been alive last week. I wouldn't even know. But, yeah, definitely world problems. I mean, a lot of people are writing about stuff that goes on, but it's very like personal problems usually people are writing about, which are reflective.
Not world problems. Their world problems.
That's not true. A lot of people write stuff that's very reflective.
Hey, you got We Are the World coming back out. They're doing We Are the World. Tony Robbins is bringing
Imagine by John Lennon, which is lauded as one of the best songs ever, which it's not.
But how many songs are like that, though?
There's a lot of songs like that. There's a lot of songs that are about world problems. A lot. That one
Never heard of them.
That song also, just so everyone knows, Imagine by John Lennon, it's not that good of a song. It's very overrated. Very overrated. So overrated.
So what would have made that? Why was that song overrated? Okay, we have a lot of people that listen that are just going to be...
They just need to know where I stand on that song. His voice is not great.
Oh, but it was so monumental to the time.
It was.
That song was so monumental.
I just need people to know that if I talk about music today that I don't like, there's music from back then that I don't like either. I'm consistent.
Opinionated.
But it's also like, I don't just trash on today's music because I listen
Oh,
to a lot of
you
music
keep
from.
moving. You keep moving, and your camera is having a hard time
It's
keeping up
like
with you.
you got like the Doppler effect going on with my mic here.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
that way people only hear half of what I'm saying.
People want to hear singers who sound like real friends. Mm,
What
what
does
do you
that even
think?
mean?
I don't even know what that means.
I
Come on.
am your
I don't
friend.
want to
Come to
listen.
breakfast with me
I don't
tomorrow.
know. We have karaoke and we listen to our friends. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want them on my
I
Spotify
don't think they want
playlist.
to listen to AI voices, that's for sure. That's sad
Mm,
because it's like the voice is the pure, it's the one instrument that we all can play. Not well, not everybody can sing, but we all have our voice, literally, and that's how we express ourselves. Art is just inflecting our voice onto something else. Some people's voice is their guitar, some is a piano. Is a computer a voice? I don't know. AI certainly isn't because it's an artificial voice. But people definitely want to hear real singers. That's why singers keep winning these talent shows that they shouldn't be winning because they should be on talent shows for singing and not for things like this is something I have to say. If you're a singer, go onto a singing talent show. Stay out of these other talent shows because they have talent. They have like 8 talent shows for you. Stay off of
they're not gonna listen to you.
other talent shows.
They're not gonna listen to you.
If you can't even win on a singing talent show, you're not good enough to win on the other one. That's so lame. I'm sorry. Just had to say that. Very important with our
Very opinionated.
billions of listeners that they had to know that.
Billions of listeners. They're like, where are you on Spotify?
We have so many
We are on
AI
Spotify.
listeners. We have so many AI listeners to this podcast.
Oh, because of the last episode. They're like, oh, I want to hear what they say about AI.
No,
Wait
I
a
mean,
minute, they're talking about the
I know.
Grammys.
But then AI is like, wait, they're talking about me. I thought we were buddies.
That's all, yeah. You use me all the time.
The hypocrisy.
So let's bring in.
What conclusion have we come to?
So the conclusion is like goes
Music
back to
has been
the
getting
catch
worse.
up.
Music has been getting worse for centuries. It just keeps getting worse. The music the Beatles is making is worse than the music Beethoven was making, technically, right? But obviously,
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we're not. More and more people. I mean, the average person does not listen to Beethoven.
I don't listen to Beethoven that much. I mean, come on.
I mean, classical is definitely dying. Like, more and more people listen to the soundtrack for sure. A lot of people are listening to the soundtrack now, especially since they work from home. A lot of people listen to the soundtrack.
Yeah,
I've heard
soundtracks are
more and more people actually know. More and more people I come across actually know Hans Zimmer and his music now, as opposed to before. But I guess the idea is, well, catch-up theory is music to fast food, and what right now, what is the filet mignon of music right now? There no the filet mignon, and the rest of it will just classify as fast food, all needing ketchup?
It's always
Is there anything? To me, I think it's I mean, I think it's Hans Zimmer. I think it's.
There's a lot of great
I think
music.
that's
There's a
what I'm
lot of
saying.
great-
So what is people that are listening? You're like, okay, you want to listen to something that you're gonna love. That, I mean, you said we listen to a lot of music.
It's too subjective. We can't tell people what to listen to. They're not going to listen to us.
But we're here. But that's what the show's for. The show is for our opinion on what is considered
You
the
should
filet
go and
mignon.
listen to every Beatles album. It will change.
Got to
your
be
life.
something current. Got to be something current.
Listen to the digression of Taylor Swift, and you will learn a lot.
I think anything that Hans Zimmer puts out is amazing.
Hans Zimmer's great. Yeah.
I think. I think that
People know
the
that.
Dune, yeah. I think that the Dune soundtrack was probably the most amazing thing I've heard in a long time when it came to music.
There's
There's no John Williams. There's no John Williams.
There's a lot of good artists. There's a
but-
lot of good artists that aren't as popular that people like to listen to, and that's great.
Like
There's-
who?
There's a band that I
That's
really
the
love.
thing is back then we could say, gotta listen to Michael Jackson. You gotta
Hmm.
listen to this. Who
Exactly.
who do we want to? Who when we? I don't listen to the radio anymore. Period.
Nobody
Anyways,
listens to the radio
I don't.
anymore.
I don't listen
We
to.
listen
I
to
don't
our
go
own
and.
music. We can listen
I just
to
whatever I want.
we can listen to whatever we want. We can listen to the music that we know that we're gonna like, and nobody can tell us not to. Now, should we recommend music more? Yeah, definitely. Should we be open to listening to different kinds of music? I think people get so closed off on what kind of music that they like that they just think whatever everyone else listens to isn't good. When I'm in a car, here's what you do. This is my trick. When you're in someone else's car, let them DJ, because then you're gonna be exposed to all the music that they like to listen to. When I'm driving with
Okay.
someone else, I like to just listen to whatever they put on, because it's probably gonna be music that I
Every
don't
time I'm
listen
putting
to.
on Rolling Stones. Every time I'm putting on the
The-
Rolling Stones.
yeah, and I'm never gonna be able
Uh,
to drive because of my history.
Every time I'm gonna put
Oh
on. Just every
man,
time I'm gonna do it from now on. Can't always get what you want. Oh, we just see. I sounded just
literally.
like him. That the YouTube is gonna take down the video. They're playing Mick Jagger,
Yeah,
and
he's also one of my least favorite singers. So
well, he's got the little
I
he's got the
am
little
there.
chicken there.
I am there. It's like, shut up.
He's gonna get you.
He's gonna
All
come and
right.
get me.
So, what conclusion have what you come to?
Ugh, I don't know. I like music. I like all of it. It's good. There's good
What? So
and
you like the Rolling Stones?
no. I don't like the Rolling
Do
Stones.
you like a single Rolling Stone song? Is there one song,
I'm gonna
nobody's
become
around, nobody's paying attention, and you put it on and you listen
one.
to it?
I like the intro for Angie, and as soon as he starts singing, I throw up.
You every time.
Good intro though. Not the
Good
greatest
intro.
intro I've ever heard, but it's good. I could probably make a
But
better
hey,
intro.
intros are important, as we know in the YouTube
Mhm.
world. Intros are important.
Very
So,
important. Great intro. But the rest of the song, not so much. And the intro's not good enough to make me want to listen to the rest of it.
all right. So, what do we have on the docket? So, here, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. All right, hold on. I got to find it. Keep talking. Get,
Oh
fill
yes,
the dead
yes.
air.
Uh,
Fill the dead air. Tell me,
I
30
like.
seconds.
All right, Rolling Stones rap magazine. Rolling Stone magazine is the worst magazine.
Oh yeah, what does that have to? It's like, is there any?
Is there any connection between the Rolling Stones and the Rolling Stone magazine? Yes, they're both terrible. That's the bridge. That's the
Okay,
bridge.
so what's the recommend? What do we recommend? So why
Yes, there's a lot of great
90% of
music being made today. Olivia
why
Rodrigo's first two albums were great.
90% of creative work is fast food? Ooh. Ouch.
Listen,
Uh,
listen.
that's the
It
next.
is. We make intros so that people will watch our videos.
Just to get people to watch, yeah.
Fast
So
food.
okay, so all
How
right.
do you know
So
if it's fast food? There's a really easy way. What's the point of fast food? It's made fast and it's quick to eat. So the longer you take working on music, the better it's gonna be. Taylor Swift's last few albums, she pumped out so quickly, and the quality had degraded. So it's like, if it just becomes about speed and how fast we can get stuff out, the quality's gonna drop.
on that note, pun intended, we will
Oh,
end the podcast here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening on your favorite podcast or YouTube channel.
tell us what your favorite
Subscribe.
music is, please.
Oh yeah, put it in the comments. I think that we're supposed to say. Put it in the
Your
comments.
favorite
That's
artist from today and
Yeah.
from 1984. And then tell us
1984.
which one is better.
Then which one is better? And we're
No
gonna do
offense
a
to Bad Bunny
continuing
either.
thing about. We're gonna talk
No
about
offense to
Rolling
anyone, please.
Stones. We're gonna do a whole episode on Rolling Stones one day, and I'm gonna make Isaac listen to every single song, and it's gonna be
I'm gonna be honest,
glorious.
never listened to them before. Cause never heard of them until today, till you
Well,
brought
then
them up.
how can you possibly? Okay. Anyway,
Cause I don't
we're
like your
done.
voice.
We're done. All right. Bye, everyone.
Adios.
Thank you for watching Catch Up Theory. Please check this video right here. This was our first podcast. We talked about AI, creativity. Is AI making creativity worse? If you think so, I'd like to hear your opinions. But check this out. I hope you. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it.